My coffee shop routine. Daily caffeine fix. In this video you'll learn essential coffee shop vocabulary and master real conversations that happen every day at cafes. You'll practice ordering like a native speaker using words like barista, espresso, latte, cappuccino, extra shot, and decaf. Follow my journey from being a confused customer to becoming a confident coffee connoisseur who knows exactly how to get the perfect drink every time. The coffee confusion. Hi everyone. My name is Emma, and I want to tell you about how I went from being terrified of coffee shops to having my own daily routine at my favorite cafe. 2 years ago, I moved to Portland from a small town where we only had one gas station that sold basic coffee. Black coffee, coffee with cream, coffee with sugar. That was it. But Portland is coffee crazy. There are coffee shops on every corner and each one has a menu with dozens of drinks I had never heard of before. Words like macchiato, americano, and cold brew meant nothing to me. My first week in the city, I was walking to my new job when I smelled the most amazing coffee aroma coming from a small cafe called Blue Mountain Coffee. I decided to go in and try something new. I walked up to the counter and immediately felt overwhelmed. The menu was huge, written on a chalkboard with fancy handwriting. There were so many options I didn't understand. A young woman behind the counter smiled at me. "Good morning. What can I get started for you today?" I panicked. Just coffee?" I said weakly. "What kind of coffee?" she asked patiently. "We have drip coffee, espresso drinks, cold brew." I stared at her blankly. "I don't know. Just regular coffee?" He could see I was confused. "Are you looking for something hot or cold? Something with milk or without milk?" "Hot. With milk," I said, relieved to answer something I understood. "Perfect. Would you like a latte, cappuccino, or maybe a flat white?" I had no idea what any of those words meant. Learning the basics. The woman behind the counter, whose name tag said Maya, could see that I was completely lost. "Is this your first time ordering specialty coffee?" Maya asked kindly. "Yes," I admitted. "I just moved here from a small town. I have no idea what any of these drinks are." "No problem at all," Maya said with a big smile. "I'm a barista here, which means I make coffee drinks for customers. Let me explain some basic options." "A barista," I repeated, trying to remember the word. "That's right. A barista is someone who prepares and serves coffee drinks," Maya explained. "Now let me tell you about our most popular drinks." Maya pointed to the menu as she spoke. Espresso is our base. It's a strong, concentrated coffee made by pushing hot water through ground coffee beans very quickly. "Espresso," I said, practicing the pronunciation. "Exactly. Now a latte is espresso mixed with steamed milk. It's smooth and creamy," Maya continued. "A cappuccino is espresso with steamed milk too, but it has more foam on top and tastes stronger." I nodded, trying to understand the difference. "So both have espresso and milk, but cappuccino has more foam?" "Perfect. You're getting it," Maya said encouragingly. "Which one sounds good to you?" "I think I'll try a latte," I said. "Great choice. What size would you like? Small, medium, or large?" "Medium, please." "Coming right up. That'll be $4.50. I paid and watched as Maya worked behind the counter. She ground coffee beans, operated a big silver machine, and steamed milk. It looked very complicated, but she made it seem effortless. A few minutes later, she handed me a white cup with beautiful foam art on top. "Here's your medium latte. I hope you enjoy it." I took a sip and it was delicious. Smooth, creamy, and not too strong. Much better than the coffee I was used to. Becoming a regular. That latte was so good that I went back to Blue Mountain Coffee the next day. And the day after that. Within a week, it became part of my morning routine. Each day I would order the same thing, "1 medium latte please." Maya and the other baristas were always friendly and I started to feel more comfortable. But after 2 weeks of drinking the same thing, I got curious about other options. "Maya," I said one morning. I love my latte, but I want to try something different. What do you recommend? Well, since you like lattes, you might enjoy a cappuccino, Maya suggested. It's similar but has a stronger coffee flavor. Okay, I'll try a cappuccino today. What size? Maya asked. Medium, please. When Maya handed me the cappuccino, I noticed it looked different from my usual latte. The foam on top was thicker and more textured. I took a sip and immediately tasted the difference. The coffee flavor was much stronger and the texture was different because of the foam. This is really good, I told Maya. But it's quite strong. Yes, cappuccinos have a more intense coffee taste, Maya explained. If you want something stronger than a latte but not as strong as a cappuccino, you could try adding an extra shot of espresso to your latte. An extra shot? I asked. That means one more portion of espresso, Maya explained. Most drinks come with 1 or 2 shots of espresso. You can always ask for an extra shot if you want more caffeine or a stronger flavor. I see. So I could order a latte with an extra shot. Exactly. You'd say, I'd like a medium latte with an extra shot, please. Expanding my vocabulary. As weeks passed, I became more adventurous with my coffee orders. I learned that there were many ways to customize drinks. One morning, I arrived at the cafe later than usual. It was already 10 o'clock and I had a big presentation at work that afternoon. Good morning, Emma. Maya greeted me. She had learned my name because I came in every day. Hi, Maya. I need something strong today. I have an important meeting this afternoon and I need extra energy. I understand. How about a cappuccino with an extra shot? Maya suggested. That sounds perfect. As Maya prepared my drink, another customer came in behind me. He looked tired and stressed. I need coffee, but I can't have caffeine, the man said to Jake, another barista working that morning. No problem, Jake replied. Would you like decaf coffee? Decaf means it has no caffeine, but it still tastes like coffee. Yes, that sounds good. Can I get a decaf latte? Of course. What size? Large, please. And can you make it extra hot? I listened to this conversation with interest. I had never heard the word decaf before. When Jake finished making the man's drink, he called out, large decaf extra hot. After the man left, I asked Jake, what does decaf mean exactly? Decaf is short for decaffeinated, Jake explained. It means the caffeine has been removed from the coffee beans. People order decaf when they want to drink coffee but don't want the caffeine. Why wouldn't someone want caffeine? I asked. Some people are sensitive to caffeine. It makes them nervous or keeps them awake at night. Others just like the taste of coffee without the energy boost, Jake said. That makes sense. So I could order any drink as decaf. That's right. Decaf latte, decaf cappuccino, decaf espresso. Any espresso drink can be made with decaf. Coffee shop conversations. As I became more comfortable at Blue Mountain Coffee, I started having longer conversations with the baristas and other customers. These conversations helped me learn even more coffee vocabulary. One busy Saturday morning, I was waiting in line behind a woman who seemed to know exactly what she wanted. Good morning, Sarah, Maya said to the woman. The usual? Yes, please, Sarah replied. Double shot latte, oat milk extra hot. I had never heard someone order oat milk before. When it was my turn, I asked Maya about it. Maya, what's oat milk? I asked. Oat milk is a plant-based milk alternative, Maya explained. Instead of cow's milk, it's made from oats. We also have almond milk, soy milk, and coconut milk. Why do people choose these instead of regular milk? Some people are lactose intolerant, which means regular milk makes them sick. Others choose plant-based milk for environmental reasons or because they prefer the taste, Maya said. Can I try my latte with oat milk today? Absolutely. Would you like your usual medium latte with oat milk? Yes, please. When Maya handed me my oat milk latte, I was surprised by how creamy it was. It tasted slightly sweet and had a different texture than regular milk, but it was delicious. This is really good, I told Maya. I'm glad you like it. Oat milk is very popular right now, Maya said. Behind me, a man ordered something I had never heard before. Can I get a double espresso, no milk, no sugar? After he left, I asked Maya, what's a double espresso? A double espresso is just 2 shots of espresso with nothing added, Maya explained. No milk, no sugar, no water. It's very strong and bitter, but some people love the pure coffee taste. Wow, that sounds intense. It is. Most people who order straight espresso are serious coffee lovers. It's like drinking concentrated coffee flavor. My perfect order. After 3 months of visiting Blue Mountain Coffee every day, I had tried almost everything on the menu. I discovered what I liked and what I didn't like. I learned that I preferred drinks with milk rather than black coffee. I liked the smoothness of lattes better than the foam of cappuccinos. I needed caffeine in the morning, so decaf wasn't for me. And I loved the slight sweetness of oat milk. One morning, I walked into the cafe with confidence. Good morning, Maya, I said cheerfully. Morning, Emma. What can I get for you today? I'd like a medium latte with oat milk and an extra shot, please. Perfect. That'll be $5.25. As Maya prepared my drink, I realized how far I had come. 3 months ago, I could barely order regular coffee. Now I was confidently ordering a customized drink using proper coffee vocabulary. Here's your medium oat milk latte with an extra shot, Maya said, handing me the cup. Thanks, Maya. You've taught me so much about coffee. It's been my pleasure. You've become a real coffee connoisseur. As I walked to work that day, I thought about all the new words I had learned. Barista, espresso, latte, cappuccino, extra shot, decaf. These words had opened up a whole new world for me. Teaching others. A few weeks later, my sister Jessica came to visit me in Portland. She was from the same small town as me, so she had the same confusion about coffee shops that I had experienced. Emma, I want to try one of these fancy coffee places, but I have no idea what to order, Jessica said. Don't worry. I'll teach you everything I've learned, I said confidently. We walked into Blue Mountain Coffee together and Maya greeted us with a smile. Hi, Emma. Who's your friend? This is my sister Jessica. She's visiting from our hometown and I want to introduce her to good coffee. Wonderful. First time ordering specialty coffee? Maya asked Jessica. Yes, and I'm totally confused by the menu, Jessica admitted. No problem at all. Emma, would you like to explain some options to your sister? Maya suggested. I felt proud that Maya trusted me to help teach someone else. Okay, Jessica, let me explain the basics, I began. Maya is a barista, which means she makes coffee drinks. The foundation of most drinks here is espresso, which is strong, concentrated coffee. Espresso, Jessica repeated. Right. Now a latte is espresso mixed with steamed milk. It's smooth and not too strong. A cappuccino is also espresso and milk, but it has more foam and tastes stronger. Jessica nodded, following along. If you want extra energy, you can ask for an extra shot, which means more espresso. And if you don't want caffeine, you can order decaf, which means no caffeine. This is really helpful, Jessica said. What do you recommend for someone who's never had espresso before? I'd start with a latte, I suggested. It's mild and creamy. What size would you like? Small, I think. Great. Maya, can my sister get a small latte, please? Of course. Coming right up, Maya said. Advanced coffee knowledge. As months passed, I continued learning new coffee terms and techniques. I discovered that coffee culture was much deeper than I had originally thought. One day, a new barista named Tom was training at Blue Mountain Coffee. Maya was teaching him how to make different drinks, and I listened to their conversation. Remember, Tom, the key to a good latte is the milk temperature and texture, Maya explained. The milk should be steamed to about 150 degrees Fahrenheit. And for cappuccino? Tom asked. Cappuccino needs thicker, denser foam. You steam the milk a little longer to create more foam than milk, Maya replied. What about the espresso shots? How do I know if they're good? A good espresso shot should take about 25 to 30 seconds to extract. If it's too fast, the coffee will be weak. If it's too slow, it will be bitter, Maya explained. I found this conversation fascinating. I never knew there was so much technique involved in making coffee drinks. Later, when the cafe was less busy, I asked Maya to explain more about espresso. Maya, I heard you telling Tom about espresso extraction. What does that mean? Extraction is the process of pulling espresso shots, Maya explained. Hot water is pushed through ground coffee beans under pressure. The timing and pressure affect how the coffee tastes. So that big silver machine does all that? Exactly. It's called an espresso machine. It controls the water temperature, pressure, and timing to make perfect espresso shots. This is much more complicated than I thought. Coffee is both an art and a science, Maya said with a smile. That's why being a barista requires training and practice. Seasonal discoveries. As the seasons changed, I discovered that coffee shops offer different drinks throughout the year. In fall, Blue Mountain Coffee introduced seasonal flavors. Emma, we have some new seasonal drinks, Maya announced one October morning. Would you like to try our pumpkin spice latte? What's in a pumpkin spice latte? I asked. It's a regular latte with pumpkin spice syrup. The syrup has flavors like cinnamon, nutmeg, and pumpkin, Maya explained. That sounds interesting. Can I get it with oat milk and an extra shot like my usual order? Absolutely. 1 medium pumpkin spice latte with oat milk and an extra shot. The seasonal drink was delicious, but I realized I preferred my regular order without the sweet flavoring. In winter, the cafe offered peppermint mochas and gingerbread lattes. In spring, they had lavender honey drinks. Each season brought new vocabulary and new flavors to explore. Do you always stick with the same base recipe when you add seasonal flavors? I asked Maya one day. Usually yes. A pumpkin spice latte is still a latte with espresso and steamed milk. We just add flavored syrup, Maya explained. So I could ask for any of these flavors in a cappuccino too? That's right. You could order a pumpkin spice cappuccino or a peppermint cappuccino. The coffee base stays the same, but we add different syrups. Becoming a coffee expert. After a full year of daily visits to Blue Mountain Coffee, I had become what Maya called a coffee expert customer. I knew the difference between light roast and dark roast beans. I could taste the difference between various types of milk. I understood that espresso was the foundation of most cafe drinks, and I could customize my order perfectly. One busy Monday morning, I was standing in line behind a customer who seemed as confused as I had been a year earlier. I want coffee with milk, the woman said hesitantly to Tom, who was working the register. What kind of coffee with milk? Tom asked patiently. We have lattes, cappuccinos, flat whites. The woman looked overwhelmed. I don't know what any of those are. I decided to help just as Maya had helped me a year ago. Excuse me, I said politely to the woman. I was in your exact situation a year ago. Would you like me to explain the differences? Yes, please, she said with relief. A latte is espresso, which is strong coffee mixed with steamed milk. It's smooth and creamy. A cappuccino is the same ingredients, but with more foam on top and a stronger coffee taste. What do you recommend? She asked. If you're new to espresso drinks, I'd start with a latte. It's mild and easy to drink. Okay, I'll try a latte. What size? Medium is a good size to start with, I suggested. Thank you so much, she said to me, then turned to Tom. I'd like a medium latte, please. After she got her drink, Tom smiled at me. Nice job helping her out, Emma. You sound like a barista yourself. Maya taught me well, I replied. My new routine. Today, 18 months after my first confused visit to Blue Mountain Coffee, I have a completely different relationship with coffee shops. Every morning at 7:30, I walk into Blue Mountain Coffee with confidence. I know exactly what I want and I can order it perfectly. Good morning, Emma. Maya calls out when she sees me. The usual? Yes, please. Medium oat milk latte with an extra shot. Coming right up. While Maya prepares my drink, I often chat with other regular customers. We talk about coffee, work, and life. The coffee shop has become more than just a place to buy drinks. It's a community. Sometimes I try new seasonal flavors or experiment with different milk alternatives. Last week, I tried a cortado, which is a Spanish drink similar to a cappuccino but smaller and stronger. How's the cortado? Maya asked. It's good, but I think I prefer my regular latte, I replied. Some people say you should never change a perfect order. I think you're right. You found your perfect coffee match. Sharing the knowledge. These days, I often help new customers at Blue Mountain Coffee just as Maya helped me. I've learned that coffee vocabulary can be intimidating, but once you understand the basics, it becomes easy. Last week, my coworker Mark asked me to teach him about coffee ordering before his first date at a cafe. Emma, I want to impress this woman, but I have no idea how to order coffee properly, Mark said. Don't worry, Mark. Let me teach you the essential words and phrases, I replied. First, remember that a barista is the person who makes your coffee. Always be polite to baristas because they work hard to make your drink perfect. Barista. Got it. The base of most drinks is espresso, which is strong, concentrated coffee. A latte is espresso with steamed milk. It's smooth and not too strong. A cappuccino is espresso with milk and lots of foam. It has a stronger coffee taste. Latte cappuccino. What else? If you want extra energy, ask for an extra shot, which means more espresso. If you don't want caffeine, order decaf, which means no caffeine. This is really helpful. What should I order on a first date? I'd recommend a medium latte. It's a safe choice that most people enjoy, and it's not too complicated to order. Mark's date went well, and he thanked me for the coffee education. Now he visits Blue Mountain Coffee regularly and has become another coffee enthusiast. Essential coffee shop vocabulary. Let me explain the 6 most important words you need to order coffee confidently in any cafe. A barista is the person who makes your coffee drinks. They are trained professionals who know how to operate espresso machines and create different types of coffee beverages. Always be polite to your barista and don't hesitate to ask questions if you're unsure about something. Espresso is strong, concentrated coffee made by forcing hot water through finely ground coffee beans under pressure. It's the foundation of most cafe drinks and has a rich, intense flavor. You can drink espresso by itself, but most people use it as the base for other drinks. A latte is made with espresso and steamed milk. It has a smooth, creamy texture and a mild coffee flavor because there's more milk than espresso. Lattes are perfect for people who want coffee flavor without it being too strong or bitter. A cappuccino contains espresso, steamed milk, and a thick layer of foam on top. It has a stronger coffee taste than a latte because there's less milk and more foam. The foam gives it a different texture and appearance. An extra shot means adding one more portion of espresso to your drink. Most small drinks come with 1 shot, medium drinks have 2 shots, and large drinks have 2 or 3 shots. You can always request an extra shot if you want more caffeine or stronger coffee flavor. Decaf is short for decaffeinated, which means the caffeine has been removed from the coffee. People choose decaf when they want the taste of coffee without the energy boost, often in the evening or if they're sensitive to caffeine. With these 6 words, you can confidently order coffee at any cafe and customize your drink exactly how you like it.